Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tato's Hardcore Media. Bringing you this right here. The future is AI boyfriends and girlfriends. And let me tell you, I've done stuff on the AI, lots of stuff over the years, past 4 years, on different sites, and how it's a threat to humanity of destroying it, taking people's jobs, data jobs, voice acting by stealing our voices, our content, whether you're a writer like me or do other content, even adult media or non-adult media, just so much stolen content from games, movies, and how it replaces humans, even with jobs. It replaces people's jobs by AI taking over, customer service. It really pisses people off when you want to talk to a human. Instead, you get a stupid bot. And they do it on purpose because they don't care about the people. They just want money. So here we are, people.
Thought out tactical assault on the lonely man's psyche. Look at this. Everything I see of this game is the most thought out tactical assault on the lonely man's psyche. Look at this strategical feat placing on top of everything else, already appealing to your yearnings. Actual nuke for birth rates.
Yearnings? Wow.
我们看到我们在这个大休息室当中啊，其实我们也是设置了很多的一些环节。
啊，也就是说，在这个大休息室里面，可以根据角色可能会触发一些，就是他们专属的一些。
It's Japanese.
啊，我们刚刚也说到，就是我们就
These are the guys that.
I believe it's Japanese.
Yeah.
I should know.
We're probably going to see AI girlfriends become more popular in the next 5 years. So I remember back in the day where like having a body pillow was like a meme
You have
that
a
only
body?
like, fat.
You have a what? You have a body pill? Never mind. Let me
Weird
listen,
losers
explain.
did. And now people think it's funny and it's cute. So what's going to happen is that no, it is. But there's a lot of here's the difference. There's a lot of fat weird losers now. Like I have one. Now somebody gave it to me, but I still have one. Now it's mandatory. I think what's going to happen is like guys and people now. I think that they believe that. I'm gonna think of a way to put this that makes sense. I think guys like you no longer can like look forward to like having a girlfriend. For a lot of guys, that's what they think. And I think that there are so many people that are in that position that it will become socially normalized because of how many people are affected that way. So it won't be normalized in a way that, you know, it's like a good thing, but it'll be normalized in a way that it is just the way it is. It's kind of like the way that like strip clubs are, or like looking at porn is and stuff like that. So it won't even be like judged negatively, like being bald. I mean, some people will judge it negatively, but I think that what's going to end up happening is that culturally, judging it negatively will be very popular until it becomes good enough for it to be fulfilling, and then judging it negatively will be seen the same way that nowadays people see people that are like it'll be considered like punching down, because the people that need like their online girlfriends will be seen as like, I think they'll always be seen as losers, but they'll be seen with a form of
I've said, you know, good, bad things about OnlyFans, and I've done stuff on relationships, and, you know, the ladies that I've talked to in porn and stuff like that, you know, they would tell you, you know, they're not there for that. They're not there for a real relationship. They're there to give you satisfaction and pleasure. They're there to make money and stuff like that. You know, they already have girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. That's not what it's there for. Now, there are, of course, some of those that see fans and they fuck them or whatever. And for most part, that's usually just a fuck, But some of them, there is some real relationship stuff. Um, Definitely, I've known some for 5 years on and off. And some of the most beautiful and some of the most destructive. Uh, where you want to hang yourself. Just valid. Some are the very gift of life, the most beautiful thing in the world. But I mean, with this, humans are supposed to be social, and blame COVID on it. Blame the stupid politicians that made lockdowns too harsh. Um, and how they just wanted you to stay in. And there's good and bad in that. I believe that some of it was good, but some of it just went too far to dictatorship, and it's all what I call psychological warfare and stuff like that. And how the CIA used it, the FBI, the intelligence used that to see how they could control the people, how well they could do it without revolting. Psychosis of fear they use on the people, and stuff like that. And it worked. Yeah, I know it's really bad. I had an aunt that died during the COVID outbreak. My mother, and a lot of it they said, was COVID. It wasn't always so. There's underlying conditions as well, but they were told to report it. It's just that. But anyways, and here we are today, and people no longer want to put anything into relationships. It does take work. A lot of people are too lazy to put work into relationships anymore. They just want to do their own thing. They don't want to worry about having a girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, or trouser or whatever, judge them. Nobody likes to, be judged, if somebody doesn't like what they say or do, or has gas. That's a good one. Stinks up the bathroom. Stuff like that, and or if there's an Osmond Gold out there to attack them in the dead of night, hang out in the bushes. But I digress. I'm just joking. Never know. Lots of love. I like to make funny sometimes, so forgive me. But please forgive me. It's just, it does take a lot of work. And for me, I'm not looking for relationships, like boyfriend-girlfriend thing. I love the women that I know very much with all my heart and soul. Same with the adult stars. I don't care about the sex. So I just love talking to them when I can. And I love giving them pleasure when I can. And I make them feel good, even at the expense of me. That's just me and how I am with women. But I have a lot of problems as well. I got some mental issues as well. I'm bipolar. That doesn't help. I can be very negative, and I get very pissed off when people suffer, from politicians, law enforcement, and bad people. I get very pissed off, and other people just like, chill, Haiti, get out, stuff like that. And it could be bad on a relationship unless you get out and you do things. And it just compounds itself, and it's like sometimes I got health problems. So I've had chances with some of these porn stars, and the other biggest reason for me is I just don't have hardly any money. I don't. And if you're one of these girls, money, 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 money. Me, it's like I got 10 cents. Here's this. There's slap, slap, kick my ass out, but at least they both know that I love them, and sometimes I think that at least the one that I love most, she has always said she doesn't like how I don't fully follow through and stuff, and so that's money, and so that is always because, you're also a little scared. And the mainly, money and stuff like that, of course, that's pretty much it. But I love giving women pleasure and giving them pleasure, and it's just, but real relationships and AI, with the AI and stuff like that, you don't have to put in effort. It's just, with some of these stories, like, if it's story driven, you have to go back, and in real life, you can't go back, redo the missions, you can't, which I saw from some of what he did a little bit, so, but, it's not real, and humans are supposed to talk to each other and have the touch and feel of their skin. You want to touch them and feel them and feel every fiber of their skin, and it takes everything away, the smells, the odors, and everything else.
A pity, and because of that,
Missing
people
out.
will be sympathetic towards them. And so in 20 years, it might be considered like improper or politically incorrect to make fun of people that have internet AI girlfriends. Like fat people now, exactly.
The flab is
I think
real.
that's what's going to happen.
The flab is real,
Clip it.
people. Look at Todd.
Clip it, we want to see it. That's unhinged. That's how you know it's true. That's how it is. Because here's the thing, right, is that it's easy to predict what's going to happen in the future if you assume the truth, which is that people are stupid. If you understand the way that people think, you can know what's going to happen. Everyone must have an AI girlfriend or boyfriend. It's the law. Well, I don't know about that.
It's the law.
What if fat weird people want boyfriends? Oh, that's fine. There's an app for that. It's like a mod.
There is.
You
There's
can get
an
it on
app
Nexus
for
mod,
everything.
something like that, right? Do you feel like it's come to this because of how people were treated previously, like a pendulum? No, I don't think so. I think the reason why it's really popular and the reason why it pops off now is because of the fact that, like, a lot of guys, I think that people have been separated from the benefits of their work, and they've been separated from the benefits of any sort of, like, meaningful, gainful employment that has any fulfillment. So what ends up happening is that, like, whenever you're a guy, like, let's say you're in, like, in a lot of ways, I'm kind of like an elitist, right? I think that some people are just born with less talent points than others. This is something I believe.
That is fact.
Now,
The-
there's
like me, I
a
have
degree
lot.
of, like, you can improve it, right? You can level up yourself, but everybody's got a different hard
They
count,
hate me
right?
when I talk like
And so
that.
there are some people that are like,
What? So what I love most, sometimes it's like, oh God, I got in trouble with some adult stars. Oh my God. Because sometimes I degrade myself by pretty much do it to make funny. But it's like, with one of them, and God, I love her so, is that she can, like, she thinks that I mean it when I make jokes about myself, and I'm actually just trying to make her laugh. And I actually told her once, I said, I can't be around somebody that doesn't have a sense of humor. I've actually told them. told them all that. Gotta have a sense of humor, but I mean, with me, she knows that I could be a bit bipolar or whatever, and it's like if I make a joke, it's like I could tell from her side. It's like I could see her, and on the other side of the computer. It's like she doesn't think that's funny. She doesn't like it when I make jokes about myself, and these are some of the relationships I have with some of these adult stars, and I cherish them, and God, I wish I could do more. If I had money, I
towards the, I'd say, like bottom 30% of like guys. And I think that with male IQ distribution, this is like, again, me getting outside of like what I really know about, so I could be wrong about this. But my understanding is that male IQ distribution versus female IQ distribution, even though it averages the same, the tail ends of male IQ distribution are more populated than female IQ distribution.
It's like putting skill points in your trees of what should I do with Star Wars and Star Wars Galaxies or whatever. Should I put more points in the commando? Should I put in the swordsman, fencer, go Jedi? Should I put in the heals, powers, enhancer? And if you're playing a role-playing game, you put intelligence, strength, agility, and stuff like that. It's just so much to think about in real life.
Distribution on a bell curve. So what that means is there's a lot of dumb guys, right? There's a higher variability,
there is.
right? And so that's the way it works. That's at least what I believe the way it works. And so because of that, you've got a lot of really, really dumb guys that can't figure anything out. They can't figure out how to use a computer. They can barely figure out how to use their phone. How can a person like that, here's the question. How can a person like that contribute anything to society?
The microwave?
Ask that question. How can they do anything that will be beneficial? They can't. They're like bots. Right? They can't, exactly. And so what ends up, so eugenics, I got it? No, I'm not saying eugenics. When did I ever say that? I never said I'm saying this is what's going to happen. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. Manual labor? Yeah, but you're going to have robots and like people that do that themselves. And yeah,
that's what popped out
anyway, they could have skill points in physical trades. Maybe, maybe not. There's some people that are just dumb at everything. It happens. And so it's not the same average. Women are smarter on average and men dominate both ends.
Don't look at the screen. But it's bad for your eyes.
I think the general point's the same. So I think that guys, what's going to happen is that they're going to be increasingly more and more separated from. They're going to be more separated from any sort of fulfillment in their life. They're going to be losers in society. They're going to be poor. They're not going to have anything. And it's only going to get
worse. Hey, I can take that personal, Aussie
baby.
That
barrier to entry for being able to live a successful, happy life is going to get harder and higher.
I can take that personal, but I won't because through therapy and everything else, I have learned to just let that slide by.
Higher over time. That's what's going to happen. And
I
so,
could choose to be hurt.
Jordan Peterson said 12% or so can't even join the military. He's talking about the 81 or 84 IQ distinction. Is that if the military qualifies you at an 84 or something, low 80 IQ, they will literally not allow you in because you're stupid. And so that's what it is. Doomer mentality is bad. It's not a See, the thing is that it's not a doomer mentality to see the truth. And I think that's the problem that people have.
Let me tell you, the future, what I foresee is everyone being on Social Security. People ain't going to be having all these jobs hardly, except for if they're, healthcare workers, pretty much, on-demand workers such as healthcare, maybe lawyers. I see even people doing data jobs, computer tech type of jobs being phased out by AI. Surgeries will be more done by robots. They already have that technology already with some things. and it's a matter of time. And, it's a way for government and state to control humans. If they control our money, they control us. Because it controls everything else. They control our currency, like the Central Bank of Digital Currency. It's controlled by, Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, Zuckerberg and everything. World Economic Forum. Oh my God, I could go on and on. But
Is that they don't want to look at it the way that it is. Also, people with history of mental health disorders like depression and anxiety prevents enlistment. Yeah, true.
it does.
So we need government programs to prop those people up, right? Well, we can either. So there's two.
This is a problem. We should be made to work. To everybody, if you count the what's the fucking use of living if we're not working? We're supposed to. We're supposed to learn. We're supposed to evolve. And government letting this happen, it shows that they want it's heading that direction. Not a conspiracy, it's just the way that's going. They're not protecting our jobs and everything else, and how social and stuff and artificial intelligence is taking over everything. It will be. And how the government's going to control currency and everything, and how much we get and everything else. Only the rich, only the elitists, the elite, the people with the most money will be able to do it whatever they want and get out and go from place to place so much. And
Two ways to solve the problem. You could have government programs to take care of these people, like universal basic income, or you can turn them into food like Soylent Green.
so I agree.
Those are pretty much, you either do one or the other.
The Soylent Green, I have to say, you guys should see that movie. I saw it like 15 or so years ago or more. It's on Turner Classic Movies. Edward G. Robinson, a master actor, is his last film. And it's about how the government, they're run out of meat and food. So what they do is they turn people into food, the dead people into food, and that's what people eat. It's going to happen like that in the future here. There are many parallels. I can see that happening. Unless people do something, that's what will happen. And insects, like they do, like they're trying to get people to do in Europe, in the UK. So you got these programs, Universal, and how like in China they control people's money. If you're out of line with them, you can lose money and stuff like that.
Right? So it's like, it could be either one. We'll see what happens. Actually, yeah, we could basically process poor people into food and eat them. But anyway, yeah, so this shit's gonna happen. It's gonna get way more popular. Like, y'all have no idea how popular this shit's gonna get. And it's gonna be people's entire lives. People are gonna live their entire life on the internet getting fixated on this shit. Cannibalize people? Yeah. No, but poor people, not everyone can be rich. There needs to be poor people for other people to be rich. The problem isn't that people are poor. The problem is that people's poorness creates a situation where they can't even have basic human dignity. That's not the issue. Like, it's people.
There's no life with artificial intelligence and this stuff. There's no life. You're in an alternate reality. You're not in this reality. I mean, this reality is an alternate reality in itself. It's a simulation, but that one is just another simulation in itself, in which you learn nothing, you gain stupid, you get dumb and dumber, and none of it's real. There's no flesh, there's no contact, no real feeling, no soul. It's fake. And artificial intelligence is all fakeness. It's fake. And it replaces all human touch, thought, smell, and taste, and everything else, and the soul, and the heart of everything. And it's fucking evil as fuck. It's so, I mean, mentally ill and stuff, and I mean, everyone needs love, but everybody needs human touch and thoughts and intelligence and growth. Whether it's in the mind, the soul, and in feeling everything else. So
aren't unhappy with being poor necessarily. They're unhappy with not being able to maintain their daily things and be able to take care of themselves. Like, there's a very big difference between being able to take care of yourself and not. Poverty.
like taking a shower, cleaning your clothes, doing your bedding, cleaning up the kitchen, which mine is not very well right now. I'm not feeling good, so that's one of the reasons why. But like cleaning up your house, your apartment, you're just fixated. You're hypnotized. You're in a microverse, in this fake simulation, and you drown yourself into this.
Is a spectrum? Yeah, it's a spectrum. Make protein bars out of people? Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, you could take like all the homeless people and then turn them into protein bars and sell them at Planet Fitness. Yeah, I could see that. You have to process. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because there'd be fentanyl in them, and so that that's. Ooh, fuck. Yeah, you'd have to have like a filtering system to like get that out. No, that's a fuck. We'd have to figure it out. Well, if it's low fat, I don't know. Yeah, how do you get the drugs out? And then we're addicted to them. Yeah, well,
they want the drugs in there so you'll forget that you're in a bullshit reality, a fake reality. They're gonna put drugs in there to make you forget you're even alive. They're just gonna let you just lie there and die. Like, they want you to die, so they have to keep on recycling you, human food, or whatever.
Good, right? Then the people become addicted to eating homeless people. Oh, I like that. That's creative. I really like that.
Then there's Scotch
anyway,
people,
so this is what's going to happen for guys, and I feel like guys
then there's chocolate,
in like 10 years, 20 years,
strawberry,
so basically,
jam and dessert.
I'm gonna put it out here.
And, should I be feeling sick?
The future of dating.
I am sick.
As a guy,
Thank
below
you.
average. Right now, okay, so this is before. This is in the past. Go to a war. Die. Okay, so that's the way we used to solve the problem. Right? And then we also had get sick, die.
Die.
Okay? Another way you solve the problem. No big deal. Nowadays, here's what you do. Get addicted to OnlyFans. Ruin your life. In the future,
as much as I've loved some people on OnlyFans, I think, adult performers will say it. There have been some that have said it. And others will admit off camera and stuff like that. Get a life. Have a life outside of places like OnlyFans, fan sites, and porn and stuff like that. It's all fake. They will tell you it's entertainment. It's there to give you that pleasure for that little bit, and then, move on. It's not a relationship. It's not real. I mean, do you know where they live? Are you talking to them on the phone? Are you hanging out in real life? And some of them that I know I've actually had this argument with. And I gotta say, sometimes it's both of our faults. Because of pride, it's something that's like, well, I'm not gonna do all this money stuff like that if I'm not seeing you in real life. But some of it's also my fault if I'm not willing to put in the money to see them in real life. Or if I don't, it's like, so that's, on me, that's my fault. That with some of the ladies that I've known, is that pride a lot of times ruins both sides. Oh my god, it's very fucking complex. Very complex. And both sides don't want to get hurt, and we both, work on there, and, me a lot less now, but OnlyFans does not take place in relationships. They'll tell you that. And they're not going to want to tell you to get a real relationship because that puts them out of money. And with some people, they really do love you. There's real relationships, real ones. And some people get to see them in real life and stuff like that, It's a very beautiful thing, but it's not supposed to take place in a relationship. You're not supposed to get addicted and spend tens of thousands of dollars. Everyone has to make money, of course, but I'm just saying it's not supposed to replace relationships.
What's going to happen? Get addicted to AI girlfriend.
That's...
At this point, because so many people that will have the AI girlfriends will have them because of different types of developmental issues. Like, for example, they're disabled. They have mental issues. They have other problems like that. Having an AI girlfriend will be seen as something that is worthy of pity, like being in a wheelchair or something like that. But it will not be something that is culturally
Let's be honest. It's a disability. It's not a pro, it's a fucking con. And your whole life will be nothing but a con. It's just people won't say that it is.
acceptable to make fun of, because it will be seen as punching down. So, gamers and gacha gamers will actually become a protected group in 20 years.
Gamers is already protected group. Pretty much.
That's right. Not likely. You're right. It's not that it's likely. It's inevitable. It is inevitable.
There are fresh concerns for US President Joe Biden today after he was...
Holy shit.
Everything I see of this game is the most thought out tactical assault.
Anyways, tell me what you think. You'd like leave a comment. Stay safe. Get out. Get exercise. Just take a walk. Go someplace nice and beautiful and just enjoy the air. Someplace beautiful. Go to the beach. Anyways, take care everyone and have a good night.